Leo, I'm so happy with this amplifier sound and this guitar sound and this everything sound.
Yes, here we are. Welcome back to another episode of Andertons TV.
Yes. I'm Rob Chapman.
Exactly. I'm the captain. Laney, that stalwart of British amp manufacturing from the Black Country up in the Midlands, started by Lyndon Laney back in the 60s, have revamped their very, very popular Cub series valve amplifiers with this new range of amplifiers, suitably called the Super Cub. 3 basic amps in the range, a little 10-watt combo with a 10-inch speaker, a 15-watt combo with a 12-inch speaker, a 15-watt head that Rob's using, which I think is ostensibly the same amp that's in here, and then a 212 cab and a 112 cab. And you were hearing in that opening jam me through this and Rob through the head and the 212. And we'll go through them all in a minute. But yeah, hats off, Laney. You've done a great job on the visual. I mean,
it's a mesmerising grill cloth, isn't it? Look at it. It's like 1,000 pyramids all built in your honour.
It is one of those amplifiers where you've already kind of 75% made up your mind as soon as you see it. That you go, yeah, I could own that. Happy days. Thank you very much. The Cub range was always designed to be an affordable range of amplifiers, and so Super Cub is staying in that vein. Look, what do you want to do? Do you want to plug into an amp and go through some noises?
Yeah. Let me go kind of clean, and then I'll just do my amp.
Yeah. Well, so valve-wise, in the 15 watters, you've got 2 ECC 83s in the preamp and 2 EL 84s in the power stage, giving you plenty, like
it's really soft and squishy.
What's the right word? Like a good 15 watts, not like a downhill with the wind behind it 15 watts.
Like a proper 15 watts.
A proper 15 watts.
Yeah, there you go.
212s is loaded with H&H speakers. They're all loaded with H&H speakers. It's a brand, H&H is a brand with a lot of heritage in the UK that Laney bought that brand, I want to say about 5 years ago, might be 10 years ago. Allegedly, the speaker guy that H&H employ is ex-Celestion. Made lots of the speakers, or was part of the design team for lots of the speakers that we know and love. And the H&H drivers in these Laneys were custom designed by him specifically for this range of amps.
Well, then let's listen to some tones.
Yes.
I've got a Music Man Cutlass that I'm really enjoying. On the floor, I've got a Tube Screamer. And if I feel like a little bit of fun, I've got a synthesizer pedal from Boss, the single greatest thing I've played since I've been at Andertons these last 4 or 5 days. So what I have done is turn the reverb off.
Okay.
And I've turned the boost off. And I've tbacked off the gain, so you just get this. But I turned
that
the
a lot.
yeah, it just sounds great.
Sounds great. So what do you got? You got volume at quite low there, haven't you?
Yeah,
sort of like,
it's not guns.
and you've got a separate master on there, have you?
I have.
Oh, sorry, you've got gain.
I've got
rather,
a boost,
sort of
and I've got gain.
Right, so you've got gain at 3 or 4,
Yeah.
volume at... So
But
does it go super clean?
Well, it will do. I'm not a
we-
super clean player, but...
Good
super
to
clean.
know. Good
super
to
clean.
know.
Boring, no one wants it. If I add the reverb, which I'm really enjoying, it's best at 3.5, by the way, Lee. Then... just such a nice
Sounds
sound.
great. The reverb, incidentally, is digital, and it's from their Secret Path reverb pedal,
Right.
which, if I remember rightly, is not a cheap reverb pedal. It's like a 150 quid reverb pedal. So you've got like a good reverb, if you like, in an affordable amp. Sounds good.
Well, we did a video recently about stacking pedals.
We did.
Kind of done the same thing here. So I've just added a little touch more gain, so now it sounds like this. But it's got a boost circuit, which if I add in half of, sounds like this.
It sounds wicked.
If I stack at a tuba screamer,
Yes.
808. And then if I turn that off and turn this on, it's more fun.
And there we are for your classic rock, blues rock combo.
Wait, we should do all the gain.
Yeah, do all the game.
More boost.
I mean, it's
So, no pedal.
yeah.
Almost all the gain. Lots more boost. Lee Wraith, who we love, who is an amazing player,
guitar player.
said to us, it's got lots of gain inside it, lads, so don't be
Yes.
afraid to crank it.
Lee Wraith, you'll know, he was the guy that did the Ibanez Pia demo with me. He works for Laney and Ibanez, and so he'll probably do a lot of their demos. But yes, he's
dark
very
chord.
good.
Wait, I'm going
man.
to tweak this.
It's a lot of tons of classic rock gain.
But listen. Wait, does it do that?
oh, mate.
It's great.
So, what we can do, I don't think we're going to, you'll never really get across this in a YouTube video, but 15 watts, all valve, into a 212, if you're prepared to sacrifice some of your real spanky crystal clean tones, is a gigging amplifier for shizzle. But if you don't want to gig and you want to use it at home, the kind of volume Rob's using it in here is completely fine if you've got, you know, a household that doesn't mind you making a little bit of noise in, not crazy. But what it does have, which I've not tried yet, and I'm really interested to, is a 1 watt input.
Shall I take it out of this big input and put it in the little input?
I was a bit surprised, really, in the sense of I can't quite understand why you wouldn't just make that a switch on the amplifier. But Laney have given 2 separate guitar inputs, one marked 15 watts, one marked less than 1 watt, is exactly what it says. So let's see.
Give it a second for the valve to warm up, okay? Wow, that sounds
quiet,
good.
quiet, and I mean it's It always surprises me that less than 1 watt when it's valve is still reasonably loud, but
It still has lots of low end.
yeah.
Can we crank it?
Well, I kind of you can, but I was kind of hoping we'd get like the how quiet can it go and still sound good.
Oh, right, okay, well, we'll do that as well then.
That's pretty quiet.
Sounds great.
Yep, yep. And then he's going the other way now. This is 1 watt cranked is still, I mean, it's not gigging anymore, but it's annoyingly loud. That sounded like the intro to
1 watt.
What's that Alice Cooper song? It might be School's Out for Summer or something like that.
School's Out.
Poison. No, I think it's the intro to Poison, isn't it?
Yeah. Pure poison.
Anyway, so
in my veins.
That's the biggest one. The 15 watt amplifier with the 212 cabinet. Doesn't come with a foot switch, that's an optional extra, but if you get a 2-button foot switch, you can activate the boost and the reverb from the foot switch.
Lee, how much for the 2?
I'm going to have to leave pricing, I'm afraid, to the description section below because I don't know 100% yet. Ballpark-ish is somewhere around about the $350 mark for the head and somewhere sort of sub 200 for the cab, I think. So potentially around about the 500-y mark for the head and the cab, I think.
Doesn't come with a built-in dance.
I'm not going to spend too long on the 112 combo. So this is the same amplifier with all the same features as the head, but into now a much smaller 112 cabinet. So I suspect this will be popular just because of its size.
Luckily, you got an affordable guitar
Yeah,
to go into.
super affordable guitar. I haven't got any pedals on. It's not got the sort of openness and low end that Rob's has got, which I can only imagine is the cabinet. I mean, it might be a little bit to do with the guitar. We're driving the humbuckers a bit more. But we can do all the same stuff, so I can get it a bit more gainy. I've got all the EQ. I can add my boost kind of feature in.
Sounds really good.
Fat, isn't it?
Can you crankage lead?
Can I what? Sorry,
Crankage the gain and the reverb and everything, and do a bit of lead.
Tons and tons and tons of sustain and tone, and
I'm guessing these are made in the Far East.
Absolutely, it's all Far Eastern made. It's how they hit the kind of pricing on these. Interestingly, the Cub series, the name Cub came from. There is a relation to a British-made amp. So if you take the Lionheart series, which is their sort of higher-end sort of British-made valve amplifier, Cub was like, the little baby, little lion's baby. Anyway, so that is the 15. This I'm a bit confused about. So this combo will be called, or is called, the Super Cub 12. The 12 refers to the size of the speaker, not the power output. So this is 15 watts with 2 ECC 83s and 2 EL 84s. The Super Cub 10 is a little easier to understand because the 10 now refers not only to the power output, but also to the fact that it has a 10-inch speaker.
Lined up.
Now there's no reverb in the 10. There is boost, and it through this speaker sounds like this, he says, waiting for it. So
it's got a lot of low end actually.
It's got quite a lot of low end. It's kind of reminds me a lot of all those like little Fender Champs and stuff like that, where they're sort of, they've got a character about them. They kind of want to go, but they're not particularly forgiving in a sort of, you know, they haven't got that. The reverb, I think, is a... But again, if you give it some. So, which I think you get some decent sounds out of it. Interestingly, all of these amps have got effects loops, which is kind of cool and a little bit unusual on this type of amp. So if you wanted reverb, easy peasy to just go and buy a pedal and stick it through the effects loop of there, should you wish. So the only thing we haven't really done is focused on this 112 cab. I guess the 112 cab is going to sound similar to the 212, just maybe not quite as full and fat.
You know, I wish they'd made this 15 watt as a 2x12 combo. I would have really enjoyed that.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will at some point.
Who knows?
We double checked. There was a little bit... The cabinets don't have handles on them, which was kind of a bit like, so I double checked, and Laney said, yeah, it's the issue is they didn't want like a great big handle, and then it makes it difficult to put the head on top of it.
Handle at the side of the...
yeah, exactly. There's ways around that. So what they've got is a big recessed open back, so it's easy to put your hand in, lift it up from the back of the cabinet, but there's no handle on it. They have got feet, or sorry, the 212 have got feet both on the bottom and on the side, so you could use it as an upright 212 if you wanted to, which is kind of cool. Hey,
I love them.
I really like them.
I think they're really good.
I would have to say, you know, I mean, price-wise, I think that the little Super 10 is round about the 300 mark. The bigger combo's round about the 400 mark. The 112 is round about the sort of 150, 175 mark. As I said, jump on over to our website below to check pricing, or check with your local Laney retailer if you're not in the UK. It's got to stack up. I mean, I think Fender do a great job with things like, you know, Bass Breaker and Blues Junior, but even that's a little dearer than this.
Well, it's good to see another British amp company making valve amps.
And I just think they look great. They've nailed that sort of, it's not a rip-off of anything else, and it just looks great.
It also looks like if you bring it home, you know, it's going to be allowed to stay in the living room.
Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else to tell you. We can jam out, or we can just...
Do you want to jam over my little pedal?
Go on then, I'll jam over your little pedal.
Mate.